Greetings and salutations, Dota fans. It is I, Badger, back for some more League of Legends Season 9 action. I am joined tonight by the great man of many titles, Mr. 8000 MMR mid laner extraordinaire,
I
Mr.
wish.
professional analyst, Mr. 2-based manager, and member of the Dota Buff staff, Logical Dota. How are you today?
Thank you, thank you. You really do just keep adding on. I'm really
I told
flattered.
you. I told you. See, I was not bluffing. But we are here tonight for a what should be, if nothing else, entertaining series between Booba Enthusiats on the Radiant and Bonk on the Dire. These two teams both did very well in the group stage. One team more than the other, but they both finished top 4 in Group C. Booba Enthusiasts ran away with the group, first place. Bonk, I believe, got 3rd or 4th place. Regardless, they are here now. Booba Enthusiasts are the favorites. There's no getting around that. But what Bonk
Certain
are
ghosts left in the
resilience.
pool. Sorry, I don't have to be to cut you off, but certain ghostly lady being left in the pool right now.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure why they left it in the pool, because this is the single best DP picking team in the whole league, and DP is either the best hero or almost the best hero in Dota right now, so it's, you can see why you wanted to mention a certain ghost lady, because this is not supposed to be selected right now.
Headbonk's banner is like really high quality. I'm surprised. Okay. I mean, they left DP in, right? So clearly they have a plan for it. Don't think it just like flew over their head.
Well,
Interested to see what they have though, because like you have to give Booba Enthusiast one of their ideas, right? So they've picked Wisp before, they picked Invoker Tide, both games of the last series that we casted, and then of course Death Prophet. I mean, these aren't mutually exclusive heroes, but I'd say they're all things that you have to watch out for, and so Headbonk
greetings and
chooses to give them Death
salutations.
Prophet, and now we're gonna have to see what they do to counter it. Right now, they have really good burst, which I think is one pretty solid way of dealing with Death Prophet.
One interesting thing, though, I remember I was talking with KU and Pydoc Malfic the other nights. We're talking about the series in terms of how they were going to push the draft and how Headlock going to push the draft. And they were like, "Oh, there's no way they can give us DP." And I floated the idea that they are ballsy enough to just give you DP, and they want to beat it. And lo and behold, they actually did it. They actually gave them DP. I still can't believe it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not that surprised. Like, okay. This hero is also very, very strong. Like, approaching broken territory, I think.
One thing I can say is this team has prepped the Flex Coddle on top of the Flex DP. They have multiple DP players, and they also have multiple Coddle players. They can play it mid, they can play it 4. So if it's a good Coddle mid game, they can put it there. If they don't want to put it there, they can put it 4 instead. So they have a lot of good options. I mean, if you look at the DP, so you can see players like Yaren playing this Coddle very, very well recently. And people, look, if I should mention
What?
Yaren first.
Yards? I mean, that guy's good at Kato, but like, I don't crit. They're
Nah, not a crit.
respect, respect.
Not the best support player in
Yarn,
NA. Nah, Yaren.
yeah, yeah.
He was playing Coddle before it was cool to play Coddle. That's why I'm thinking about Yaren. But
Yeah. He bought Veil before it was. Actually, people don't even buy Veil now, but now you can't buy Nulls anymore to one-shot creep waves, so you have to buy a Veil. Kaya's also like barely not enough damage, I think.
I'm actually really interested to see exactly. Cause I'm not sure if they prepped. I mean, I'm sure they prepped for the DP, but I don't think this team has picked Coddle before in Lads. So unless they've been paying attention to like the last 2 days of unranked 5-stack pubs with the boys Jorik and Badger, then I'm not sure if they know.
Well, Pottle was really popular like a while back. I don't know, maybe like 6 months back, and then it kind of fell off a little bit, and now it's again seeing a lot of popularity. Because the 9, not that much about the hero has changed, even though it was not very popular for a little while. So, I mean, you kind of know what to expect for Headmonk. This Coddle, it's gonna do the same thing that Coddle did before. It's gonna run around hasted. You're gonna kill every creep wave. You're gonna have a lot of money. Only difference is that now a lot of people like buying Spirit Vessel, but that's like the only thing pretty much.
I am really excited to see exactly what Booba Enthusiasts do mid, though, because this is going to be. It's one of those things where they can put DP mid, they can put Coddle mid, they can just pick a different hero for Aaron. I think the obvious hero might have been a hero like Invoker that I know Aaron loves to play, but that's obviously not happening. It's been banned. I find it interesting that Booba enthusiasts are respecting this Fury Puck so much. I know a lot of people don't necessarily think Puck's a very good hero right now, but so you know what? This guy is good at Puck. He likes to play Puck. Let's get him out of his comfort zone and see what he does and say one of the spirit heroes and one of the more tanky heroes in the game right now.
Yeah, Fury plays all the good heroes pretty much. That guy is dedicated to the grind. He'll just play whatever is good, and for the most part, as a mid player, that's been the spirit heroes. So I think that's definitely the style of hero that he's best at. Uh, about Booba Enthusiast mid lane hero. I mean, if assuming that one of these will be the mid lane hero, okay. Well, if both of these end up being core heroes, I think that their gameplay gets really weird, especially if it's like offlane Death Prophet, mid Coddle. You can win the game very easily. Like you can just like, I think people kind of overuse this phrase where like you can just like roll over them or you lose a long game. But I think that that's actually pretty pertinent with Death Prophet and Coddle. Like you could like really just like destroy a team in like 15 minutes if you have this kind of a draft. But at the same time, if you don't, then the game's going to get very difficult to play.
One of those things, this is a team that's very comfortable with playing the aggressive strat, running the train to use vernacular in that case, where they're very willing to play as 4, play as 5 in that 10, 15, 20-minute mark. Grab map control, grab Roshan, grab tier 2s, and just play a very methodical style of Dota. So if you're Headbonk, I would be very concerned about giving them any space to just operate. We saw in their last series against Pig Trotters, similar thing. You give them an inch and they'll just take it and they'll start pulling and be like, all right, more inches, more feet. And then eventually they take an entire mile, your throwing is dead, and they've won the series 2-0. So if you're Headbonk, that has to be in your mind. I mean, they played in the group stage, they lost 0-2. I'm sure they've got some lessons to learn from watching and playing these games now.
Sure. They okay. Headbonk pick Earth Spirit here on this 15 pick. It's a pretty interesting time to pick Earth Spirit, I think. And to be honest, I don't really like the pick that much. I think intuitively you'd think it'd be good against Coddle, just because it's a hero that jumps Coddle. But the thing that's really important when you're trying to kill this hero, and I think something that people started to realize when the hero was really popular, but I think this kind of idea has fallen off, is that Coddle just kind of like outruns any disable that isn't just a stun. So like Sand King, I think is perfect catch for Coddle. Like Chronosphere, Mars is pretty good as well. But it's pretty easy to just like run away from Earth Spirit. Like it's hard to roll on a Coddle. It's very difficult. Even if you don't have boots of travel, this is still going to be a hard hero to catch. And so even though they do have the Sand King, I hope they pick another core hero that can catch the Coddle in to some degree.
I'm thinking more and more DP5 Coddle mid the more this draft goes on. It just feels like where they're going. Obviously, once again, still very flexible. With this Nyx being the 4, it just feels like a Coddle mid, you know?
I think that's Coddle's best position, if I'm going to be honest. I think Coddle is best as a mid hero, but it's not like it's bad as a support.
They've used a lot of reserve time as well to pick this Nyx pick and use their bans. I mean, they are locking in the Mars, so the draft's coming together. Mid Coddle, offlane Mars, 4 Nyx, 5 DP, and then some KU hero with 23 pick. Premium still available. Terrorblade, the most obvious one, but it'll certainly be banned in this last ban phase, so it'll have to be something else. I know he's been a fan of Spectre recently, but actually, Spectre might not even be that bad for Boob Enthusiasts. I know it's not really like a meta carry, but I think against these heroes, as long as he can like not get completely dumpstered in the first like 12 minutes of the game, he should be completely fine.
Yeah, I mean, I think they could pick like just about any carry, and as long as as long as it can like scale into the game later on, then it'll be fine. Spectre is probably fine. I don't know very much about that hero's matchups, but I know that you can definitely die later on. Like you'll never just become invincible because Earth Spirit's gonna have a vessel, A does a lot of damage. Ice Blast, obviously, very strong killing high HP heroes. So you can definitely die, but at the same time, you can also kill them. Like AA is the perfect hero for Spectre to jump on. Um, I don't think you'll mind the lane very much. SK Earth Spirit is. I was gonna say not particularly strong lane, but it's actually just like one of the weaker lanes. I think that you can make out of a 3-4 duo.
You think it's an Earth
So,
Spirit forward, not an Earth Spirit mid?
oh, you think it's a Earth Spirit mid?
I think it might. Ooh, it could be either still, actually. Could be Pango 4, could be Pango 2, could be Earth Spirit 4, could be Earth Spirit 2, could be Sand King mid, Pango 3, Earth Spirit 4. So there's some options here. They are not committing concept wise yet.
Yeah, got a lot of heroes that roll. Uh, seems like both teams need carry right now.
Yeah, seems like it. I mean, I think if you're Headmonk, you probably just ban like TB Bloodseeker, and then if you're Booba Enthusiast, you ban your Smiley heroes of choice. Apparently, Ursa is that one, which makes sense. You know, he's a pretty good Ursa player. He's pretty good lane to Mars. Especially if you get 6 on Ursa before you hit 6 on Mars. Ooh, wait a minute. They banned Ember. Maybe they know something that I don't know, because they're banning out presumably what will be a mid Ember. Obviously, it can be played carry, but I'd be a little bit shocked if I saw like an Ember carry this game. But obviously, we won't see it anyways because it's banned now.
I mean, I think it kind of like I also agree with you. I don't think Radiant would have picked Ember, but I could have seen it. Like it wouldn't have been that out of the world if they picked it because they do have Keeper of the Light cooldown reduction, so you get the double slate, especially on carry Ember. That can be really deadly early on. It's yeah, I do think they need like a more traditional carry, especially because they're gonna have like Coddle mid, or yeah, they'll probably have Coddle mid. I think you're right, Essel. Their draft is still open though.
Apparently, I got both the bans wrong for Headmonk. I was convinced they would ban TB Bloodseeker because once again, KU is the most notorious TB player below like 7.5k in all North America, and he also played Bloodseeker. Instead, he goes for another. He goes for the Jug instead. So apparently, I am dead wrong on the carry pick this game for the Radiant team.
And this is like he definitely like just like picks TB for fun, but this is like a very hard TB game. I think you're gonna have like you're picking yourself into a counter pick lane for the most part, like relatively counter pick lane. SK is gonna force you to leave, which is unideal. And then you need a lot of HP, otherwise you can just die to Burrow Strike into Ice Blast. So I'm not. I think them not picking TB is probably a good decision. Jug is not a hero that is super common. Yeah, it's not a hero that's super common. I'm pretty surprised they picked it. It's
Maybe they just want the built-in spin for the magic immunity, but it's definitely interesting if nothing else.
yeah, I mean, I don't think it's a terrible pick. It's just different. I'm curious to see what hero it leans with.
I'm guessing the DP,
Yeah.
but interesting.
Okay. That is a really good pick, I think. I didn't realize TMA is a 24 pick. So I like Headmonk's draft more, but I think Booba Enthusiast will win.
I think a player to watch this game might just be Smiley. I mean, it's one of those games where I feel like if the TA can get ahead, have a great start, she can just kind of run over. But say you die once or twice in a bad way on TA, suddenly Jug has spin, Mars has a shard spear. There's a lot of DP is siphon. There's a lot of ways to start breaking this refraction. So I think we need a big game from Smiley if I'm not going to win here.
Yeah. He does have a lot of heroes to go in before him, which I think is the nicest thing. If you can play kind of like conservatively on TA and wait for your like just play back in the fights, wait for an opportunity to actually walk in, then that's like the ideal situation for TA. And I think he definitely has that this game. Yeah. Fuck, I was gonna say. Oh yeah, TA has a pretty good carry matchup against the Jug. I mean, as the game gets later on, then it's not like as nice, but you can meld off Omni Slash in a vacuum, and Jug is very bad at living from Templar Assassin. Like, this hero, the only thing in your playbook pretty much is just like spin and run away, but TA does so much damage that a lot of times she just auto attacks you.
They did fix the spin bug, right? Where it gave like plus
Yeah,
1
yes, yes,
spin.
yes.
I was pretty sure, but Chad is
They also fixed
asking
the
me.
SK bug. Yeah.
Wait, SK is also fixed, right?
Yes, yes, of course.
I hear it was genuinely disabled for like a few hours, so. Luckily, we've cleared out the spring clearing updates. All is well. But we are we are now jumping on into game number 1. Of course, draft is over. A couple surprise heroes in terms of not being banned. A couple surprise heroes in general for just being picked, and you know what? I'm excited to see what happens. We have a very interesting slate of heroes on our hands, if nothing else. And I mean, I'm gonna give the edge to Booba Enthusiasts, but I am interested to see what happens. I really am. What's your thoughts on them going with the Pangolier mid, though, over, say, Sand King or Earth Spirit?
I think it's probably just like his decision. I mean, I think it makes sense that oh my god, Jay Curto is what's the best name to call him?
Baboon? Yeah, we'll call him Jay Curto's probably our best bet.
Okay, I think Jay Curto plays a lot of Earth Spirit, so I think this hero was always going to be his. And then Sand King is not really Fury style thing. I mean, just looking at these at the hero levels, I think this is probably what they had in mind from the beginning.
It is true. Jay Curto likes Earth Spirit, but I mean, he's not Ka, he's not Breezy R. You can take or leave Jay Curto Earth Spirit.
Breezy R plays a lot of Earth Spirit.
Oh yeah, he plays a lot. He plays a lot of mid Earth Spirit. He played it, I think, 4 times this season or something crazy like that.
I feel like a lot of people thought that mid Earth Spirit was going to be really good with the how they changed roll damage, but I haven't seen it too much. I think mid Pango makes a decent amount of sense. Whatever, no matter what hero you play against Coddle, you're gonna have the same game plan anyways. This guy is just going to blast the creep wave, and so you're gonna be able to farm the creeps after. It's like very uninteractive for the most part. So no matter what hero you're gonna pick, it's gonna have a good game. Pango's laning phase is kind of like infamously bad, but because he's laning against Coddle, he'll be completely fine. And I think that they do. I think Dire really appreciates the lockdown that Pango has, especially against a Jug. If he's able to get fast Blink Shard, then Jug actually has chances to die before like minute 25.
Dota 2's been around for what, 11 years now, and this is what we've come to. Keeper of the Light versus Pangolier mid lane. It's peak Dota right here. It really is.
Nothing about Keeper of the Light mid is peak.
I'm just watching him. Charge Illuminate! There's no counterplay. Is range creep denied? It is! That's a big deny for Fury.
Well, I wanted to talk about this because I thought about this when Coddle mid was like more popular, but now that the hero's back in the meta, I can talk about this as that I think like Coddle of the mid Coddle doesn't really have. I realized I was going to say Coddle of the Light, whatever. Coddle does not really have like there isn't really that much room for improvement. I think it's just like how fast can you farm. But one play that I think is kind of interesting in the laning part of the game is I think you could like blast a range creep and leave it in deny range and then mana yourself to give yourself CDR and then blast it again. And if you're really slick, you could leave the enemy range creep in deny range. Like I don't like what Aaron's doing here. But you can leave it in deny range, and so if the enemy mid player tries to deny it, they get hit by their blast. Because normally you can just dodge blast pretty easily. That's I didn't really explain that very well.
That makes some sense. I mean, it's one of those things where you just play the lane in terms of more of a. It's like you want to bait the enemy into making a bad reaction over range creeps, whether it's denying his own range creep or trying to last at your range creep. It makes sense conceptually.
Yeah, around like the 3-minute mark as well, like the 3 or 5 minute mark, it can be really good because they don't have a lot of times they'll use some of their bottle chargers and there's no rune coming up. So if you can like maybe they get clipped by a blast, by one full damage blast, and then you can hit them with that to get another full damage blast on them, and then at that point they're definitely in kill range because this spell does too much damage.
One thing I'm a little surprised about is they actually did not block Aaron's small camp. I know. You play against this Keeper to Light mid, he will illuminate the small camp over and over and over again. And also often stack us one of the other camps, and he is in this case, so There's going to be a lot of farm for Aaron, stacking this hard camp, farming the small camp perpetually. I mean, he's already 21 lasses, which is... I mean, obviously a lot of them are small creeps, but still, it's 21 lasses. The number is large, and if you're dire, this Keeper of the Light is going to get extraordinarily farmed quite soon.
Yeah. I think one thing that 9 is really good at, that not all other coddles have been as good at imitating, is he's really good at farming like the bigger creeps. Because I think it's really easy to get stuck in this trap where you just kind of like farm the small creeps and the lane creeps forever. But 9 did a really good job of like stacking and double stacking the hard camps. And then as soon as he hit level 5 and got level 3 blast, then he would start taking them as well. And that is how you farm the fastest on this hero, I think.
Or yell at your supports like, hey guys, please stack camps. But no, they're busy, man, fighting in lanes, running at the opponents using Spirit Siphon. I guess technically this hard camp here is stacked, but that's not a safe place for Coddle to go to be honest. Kind of into dire territory despite being literally in the radiant side of the jungle.
I think... Okay. 9 also did a really good... We've been talking about Coddle the entire game. But 9 also did a really good job of double stacking camps. I think that's something that Aaron should be looking to do as well.
Do you double stack it like at the tri camp then, or do you do it at this camp, like the medium camp?
Yeah. So you can hit it and then blast like this and then walk out back to the lane.
Ooh, I see it. Yeah. This it's similar stack times. So I'm sure it's like alright, hit it right then and then like immediately blast me. Maybe we'll do it. I mean, I'm not really a Coddle stacking expert, but it makes sense.
You can like preemptively charge the blast here, and then like let go and then hit it, and then they'll both like come if the timing has to be really tight for whatever reason. But Dota's pretty easy on stack camps. I think whenever a camp is egregiously hard to stack, people complain about it enough to the point where it gets fixed. Like this ancient camp.
You know, back in my day, we didn't have the stack boxes and stack timers, and camps were hard to stack. I'm joking a little bit, but
that was like partly true. You know what that reminds me of? You remember the magic bush, like on Dire? I was thinking about that. It's crazy that was in the game. You could just block both of the camps with one ward.
I haven't thought about that in a long time. That's a throwback right there. It's been a lot of years. Bot lane, Spanish hits on KU. It's a roll, sorry. Spin is on cooldown, and KU eventually will drop, it appears. In comes Shield Crash, down goes KU. First blood drawn by Fury on the rotation. And, well, Coddle will farm. Turns out Pangolier will rotate. He'll secure first blood at mid 5.
That's big. That's really nice TP by Fury there. I'm surprised I wasn't looking to see what KU was doing. I saw that he spun to avoid getting gone on, but I'm surprised that he didn't either walk backwards or employed spin teleportation tactics.
Seems like KU may got a little bit greedy, didn't expect the rotation from Fury, and I mean, he got punished. And it's one of those things where this is usually your best bet for beating KU is you want to get him down in those first like 10-15 minutes. He's exceptional at farming, but if you can punish him in the laning phase, it's a very good job for you. It's a very good job for your carry that way.
Probably enough about the mid lane. Let's start averting our eyes to the side lanes.
Yo, if you look to the Radiant jungle, you can see Keeper of the Light farming. I'm joking, but it's I mean, Silence has been relatively boring. I mean, we've seen a bit of kill attempts here and there, but there's only been one kill. Not too many serious attempts, and I believe I caught all of them on camera, despite not mentioning any of them, because, you know, it's just, you know, spells being thrown out, like Burrow bot lane on top of it, but, I mean, Keita's not dying, he's got Deep Ute Siphon, he just runs forward and heals. It's just kind of how the lane phase goes. It's a similar tale in the top lane. It's, say, Cold Feet on Mars, but he's playing Mars and has a Nyx, so nobody dies, you know, that's the laning phase there. Top lane, Arena's there on Smiley. Mars got 6 first, but Smiley is still fine. He's barely going to turn with refraction now at the Malefic, and yup, 2 kills for Fury, 2 TPs used, 2 kills secured, and, well, Fury is well behind in CS, but his impact might just be higher right now.
That was very hopeful by Booba Enthusiats. Fury's playing really well though. This is probably what you want to do against Coddle mid, because you're not going to outfarm him. And you can't pressure the hero either, because he just runs a billion move speed, and if you try to run at him, then you're gonna miss creeps. So I think farming out the mid lane when you can, and then just TPing to side lanes whenever there's even like a half an opportunity is the best way to go about playing against this hero.
Just 440 move speed with spear form not even active. That's
Yeah.
we
You're
get a
hasted.
win lace, but
Yeah, you're hasted with Travel's Windlace.
speaking of
Spear form.
runes, DD is grabbed by Malphite, but it cost him his life. Sure, Fury didn't refill his bottle, but it's a third kill now for Fury. There's been 3 kills, and they're all Fury. Or to bot lane to spin from KU. Shrek will turn with Epi, who will go down. Shrek dies first. Omni Slash is popped, and Baboon has roll in 5. That is not soon enough. And now it's 2 kills for KU, and well, Fury's Monopoly is dead, and Booba Enthusiasts are on the board.
Here's Monopoly on kills.
Yeah, I mean, he had cornered the entire market. You know, he was 5% over the top lane. Speaking of kills, Arena's there on Smiley, but Smiley is actually fine. Illumina, I believe, was missed, but Smiley is trying to run. Now the creeps will break the refraction. Down goes Smiley. He's going to attempt on Aurora to bring down Kobe, get some vengeance for his carry. Baboon rotates in. J. Curto, Mr. Baboon wants the kill, but the earned damage, it's barely short, it appears. Yeah, 5 HP. He'll lose his life in Earth Spirit as well. That's just fantastic movement across the map for the side of Booba Enthusiasts. They get the double kill bot lane, they get the double kill top lane, and now, well, it's a 3k net worth lead. Sure, it's a lot on your Keeper of the Light, but that 3k at minute 9 is a large lead.
That was once again very hopeful by Radiant, but this time it worked out. Smiley. They went at a pretty interesting time, so it's like kind of as Refraction was running out, which can work well in that if you can stun the TA as Refraction runs out, then you'll actually be able to hit the TA without Refraction. But if you go a little bit too early, then you'll cast all your spells on a Refraction TA as Refraction is running out, and you don't want that to happen. So, yeah, I mean, that kill attempt was pretty close. Smiley, honestly, I think he might have been able to live if he just walked down instead of walking up, but he was trying to make use of his traps, and I think he wasn't sure if he was going to live if he walked up.
Over to the bottom lane, it's support on support action. Fury breaks a stalemate by damaging the DP, but Keita with Siphon heals the full once again, so it's some damage on Earth Spirit, but other than that, nothing of consequence, and we will return to farming now.
Like this TP by Aaron, I think not a whole lot's going on. Okay.
Yes, he TP the top lane to bring down Smiley perhaps, but he's fine. Baboon, not so fine. Aaron will actually not bring him down quite yet. The stick was popped. Now in comes Epi, looking for Kobe. Kobe, J. Curto, they're both low. They both perhaps will die, and now it's Shrek the Green Knight running a Keita. Keita will get away. So it's a 1-for-1 trade, a Mars for Earth Spirit in the top lane. Lots of TPs forced out of both teams, and now it's Aaron, who was the first TP to the lane, just blasting out the lane and making... I guess Smiley's not that sad because he's Refraction, but he's still not happy right now.
Yeah.
He's going to bot lane.
I mean, this is what you want to do in games like no tower is being hit. The lowest health tower is this top lane, which is like just under half health. And so when this happens and you're really strong, you want to make something happen. I like this maneuver by Aaron. Just go TP to the top lane and start blasting creep waves to create some kind of pressure. And now that Smiley used his TP, this top lane I think will almost definitely be going down here.
It's more than likely. I mean, Aaron's no longer there, but I mean, he's got travels. He can easily get up there quite easily, and I said easily a lot in that sentence, but it is that easy. I mean, that's why it's on the minds. Aurora is setting up the experience, but there's no trees there anymore. They won't actually kill the Ancient Apparition, but they're certainly zoning him away from the lane. This T1 tower will go down. As that happens, we're seeing a Malefic leech the XP of Smiley at the Dire Side Tri-Camp. There was no real kill attempt in the works, but that's a lot of experience lost, and he's just being bothered right now. He's dealing with this pump-faking Nyx Assassin who is using the threat of Impale to zone him away. Now it's Meld Strike, but it's reflected by the Carapace. In comes Baboon, Mr. J. Curto, here to bring down Nyx, so Nyx has been punished for his insolence, but across the map, that is a top T1 tower now dead, so in a macro sense, that is fantastic for Booba Enthusiasts.
I'm pretty surprised that Shrek TP'd bottom, but for the most part, I think it's kind of funny. This Nyx was sitting here leeching XP, and then Malphite ends up dying, which like gives back all the XP that he was stealing from the TA.
Yeah, but he had a fun time. You have to get some experience on Nyx.
He had
Bottom
fun,
lane,
I'm
Human Arena on Sand King and Templar Assassin. Luminate destroys Shrek the Green Knight now. They will move to Smiley. The Impale was missed. Guess who's back? It's our good old friend Nyx. Refraction is gone, Vessel is applied, and Smiley is dead. 2 more kills for Ligma's very own Aaron. And, well...
Ligma's very own.
Kiefer of the Light
Frank.
is out of control right now. You talk. I had to laugh.
Those are some vessel charges. Well, he had a couple earn charges, but he used them all in that engagement top. Now he's on the board though. Some vessel charges. This hero can very easily solo kill heroes. Yeah.
Well, mid lane roll is missed by J. Curto. Keita might just die to Ice Blast, but it might cost both dire supports, and that will be the case. Aurora, J. Curto, Keita all go down. 2-for-1 exchange. Might have been cleaner with the hit roll by J. Curto, but the result still is the same. Wait a minute. Dire still creeps here at the Tri-Camp. At the Ancient Camp. Shouldn't these be dead by now?
I think Smiley was going to farm them, and then Malphix Invis ran out, and then they went bottom, and then all that stuff happened, so he didn't have the chance for a little bit. Now he's taking them, though.
Guess who's back, though? It's Malphix. Just hitting with the Impale. Malphix, I mean, he's been diffused by the Pangolier. His mana is lost, and he's now
inhibited.
dead. But he's been inhibited by the Diffusal Blade, but he's having a fun time. He's doing... We'll call it Space Creation. Even though it's not, we'll call it that anyways. Though, it is interesting. It's a 2-man smoke from Dire. It's Earth Spirit and Ancient Apparition. Pangolier was not on the inside, which shocks me slightly. They will instead move bottom lane, though. They'll have the Templar Assassin set up, Pangolier walking with no smoke, 2 heroes walking with smoke, but onto a Jug with the spin being missed. That is now a very, very hard kill. KU will spin TP to the top and getting away.
They missed all their spells in the most impressive ways.
The thing is, even if they hit every spell, it's still a very ambitious kill. We've mentioned ambitious kills,
Yes.
and that is one very ambitious kill. Top lane, though, a non-ambitious kill. It's Epi Burrow there on Keita. Baboon kicks DP under the tier 2 tower. Down goes Death Prophets. That is actually a pretty good kill there. I mean, DP had the Exo active, was pressuring that top tier 2 tower. Sure, it costs a rotation from Mirror Spirit, but that is one fantastic D push.
Yeah, you're fine with this if you're raiding. You're probably happy about this.
Malphix, no, not again. They just knew he was in this. They dusted and killed him. They might bring down Templar Assassin in exchange, though. It's Kobe and Aaron. Trying to bring down the TA who was inside the arena. Arena is now over, though. Illuminate comes through, damaging Ancient Apparition as the roll will stun Mars. Mars will drop, and it actually ends up being a pretty good fight there for the side ahead Monk.
This game's actually looking like very, like it could go very badly for.
It might get worse right now. Roll mid lane. Ice Blast will hit from Aurora. Now Aaron is low. This is the big kill, and that is so much money going to Head Bonk. Nyx will drop again. Now KU. Can he find vengeance? He's spinning, looking for Shrek, but Shrek, he's not quite dead. It's a roll from Baboon, and now KU is half mana. He will pop the healing word. Silence comes in on Earth Spirit, and Kobe has TP'd in. J. Curto, Baboon, he will accept his death. He will keep the Radiant team away from his teammates, giving his life, but still, a fantastic exchange, 2-for-1, including the all-important net worth hegemon, Keeper of the Light being brought down.
I was literally about to say if this game could look bad for Booba Enthusiasts if they get a kill in this coddle, and what do you know, the coddle ends up dying right after.
Funny, I was pretty sure you were going there at that. I was like, you know what, this is gonna be perfect. This is gonna be perfect.
It's Booba Enthusiasts are definitely playing sloppily right now.
I agree. This is not normal from them. Usually they're playing better than this. I mean, they have the pedigree to make the comeback, of course, but they want to be... I mean, they were up by nearly 4K, now they're up by less than 1K, and they made this 3-man smoke. It is the Mars, the DP, and the Coddle, but they're not really going anywhere. I mean, they've got very little vision to work with, very little information. In the lanes, I mean, sure, there's this lane top lane that Baboon will show on, but maybe you kill the Air Spirit, but you need a better kill than Air Spirit at this point. But it might be mid lane, actually. It's a 3-man arena. All 3 cores around the inside. Burrow comes in on Keita. Keita will drop. Fury is the exchange, though. Mars' spear brought him down from long range, so sure, you lose the DP, but Fury, that is a 6 streak going over to your Mars. That is a big deal right there.
That's a big deal. Fury, like, almost lived there. That could have been really bad for Radiant, but ends up being alright. They can get the mid tower now on Dire, I think.
Well, Fix is dead again. But yeah, this mid tower, it's 1/3 HP, and there's no defenders other than this Mars who has no arena, so I like their odds.
Yeah. Smiley's game is not, like, good. It's not bad, though. It's serviceable. It's, like, he's doing completely fine. This is good enough to carry this game, I think. You don't need to have some crazy 10k net worth TA with, like, Blink and almost to a BKB. This is good enough. You're gonna get money, and your heroes are strong in these fights. It has good core matchups.
We're at the point now where, I mean, yeah, if it's, you mentioned the value of this TA versus Jug matchup, and for a long time the Jug was ahead of the TA, and now that lead is, I mean, it's there, but it's 500, and with the way these fights have been going, TA might be ahead quite soon. Mid lane, though, Epi from Shrek the Green Knight. Burrow comes in on KU. Ice Blast from medium range on Jug, but Jug is still alive. Will he shatter? He's low. In comes Fury, bringing down Nyx as KU shatters on the south side. Back over to Mars on the east side. He tries to run through river, but he's stunned by the roll and the rolling boulder. It's just too much, and now Burrow comes in from Shrek. Sure, Aurora will drop, but Mars, he's somehow still alive. Eventually he will drop, though. Vessel, Sandstorm both use. Down goes Mars, and as that happens, over to the lane, Smiley blinked in on Keita. Gee, no blink, he's ran up and killed Keita. It's a 4-for-1 exchange. Keeper like the lone survivor, and we know what time it is. It's Roshan time. Maybe?
Dire has more than enough to kill Roshan. They got this TA, Deso, Lucky Shot as well. Lucky Shot has to be like one of the best abilities against Rosh. It's going for the Arcane Rune right now, but minus armor, just not being able to hit, it enables so many early Roshes. This is one of the reasons I think that Pango 5 was like a thing for a while. Just being able to Lucky Shot Rosh, set your team up for a lot of things that other heroes wouldn't let you do.
Yeah, that's Roshan dead, minute 20 to head bonk. And you know what? This game going the way it is makes things interesting. I mean, right now, if you top lane Nyx, we're going to ignore Malphite dying again. This is, I think, 9th down? Yeah, 9th down. But, I mean, this is a team, this Booba Enthusiast team has dropped 1 game all season. And they might just drop their second one here. I mean, they're only down by 1k, but the momentum, it just feels so good right now for Booba, for Headbunk.
Gotta agree.
Looks like they'll attempt to change their fortunes top lane, but they'll miss the spear. It was late from Kobe. He was just too far away to hit that spear. There was no way to hit that one, so Smiley TP's away. I mean, he had no BKB, he had no anything. He just TP'd away in front of 3 heroes.
He is almost at the Coddle net worth as well. Smiley's going for this like.
Yeah, roll, Burrow, Ice Blast on Kobe. Kobe goes down again. It's just another kill for Headbunk. We talked momentum, and it just keeps snowballing. One more core kill after one more core kill. It doesn't stop.
Smiley's going for this very greedy build as well, just not buying BKB, just going Dragonlance, Deso, Ags right now. So he's going to be able to continue to farm very quickly.
What is the % chance that Smiley regrets not going BKB later?
I mean, he'll have to buy it after Ags. I'm sure he will. As long as he...
It's quick buy, though. It's not BKB. Yeah. It's Daedalus and Shard. He has no interest in BKB.
I mean, he can still... Like, he can still win the game. But if they lose it, it's probably because of this.
If nothing else, it's a high risk, high reward item. That's hey, maybe it's like, you know what? I don't buy BKB. Maybe I win the game, but maybe I just get stunned and die. Yeah, that creates intrigue.
It's, I mean, you say high reward. I'm not sure,
Okay, more like
but
medium reward. We could agree on
yeah,
high risk though, right? We could agree on that one.
for sure, for sure. That's probably like Radiant's win condition now. Is you can still burst this TA for a long time. Has Aegis right now, but in these team fights, if you have a dust, if you can just like arena spear a TA into Omni Slash, she'll most likely die. Especially with like Coddle Blast and whatnot. So
Well, goodbye, bottom 2-2 tower. We will miss you. We'll see you for game 2, of course, but for now it will be dead. There will be no exchange of towers quite yet, though. This dire side top tier 2, it's been half HP for the last about 10 minutes or so. It's just still alive somehow, though.
I got hit by that EXO into death at, yeah, like around 13 or something, and then creeps just haven't been there since.
Apparently, Booba Enthusiasts are just scared to go top lane again after they're dying repeatedly. And well, one team who's not scared to go top lane right now is Side Headbunk. They're smoking through the Radiant side tri-camp. Looks like the smoke will be dodged though. Yeah, Aaron is TPing in the trees, and I mean Kate does still top lane, but I don't think he's going to get found. Actually, Baboon is smoke active. Oh, if he went slightly more to the east, the smoke would have popped. Instead, mid lane. I think they know Shrek's isolated, but can they kill him? Arena, Spear, Vendetta, disarm him! Disarm the Vendetta! The damage, it's still enough though! Fury will roll, but it's time to leave, it appears. Your Shrek the Green Knight has fallen, it is time to run. In your ancient apparition might join him in the grave. TP. Will it cancel once again by the Spear of Kobe. 2 kills for KU, and for the first time in a long time, Booba Enthusiasts, they've won team fights.
This is really big for Radiant. Jug is going to be your win condition in this game, and getting him 2 kills like that is a very good way of getting him into the game. I think these next couple items are going to be a very big deal if you're able to keep up with TA farm wise. Then it's not like such a terrible matchup that even if they trade farm, that the TA will crush the Jug. He's able to get a lot of items himself and have a couple teammates that are able of going on the TA with him. Then it's like quite obnoxious for a TA to just get omnied with the Scotty.
I'm interested to see what the next big team fight is. I'm just like I'm on a team fight high right now. That's what I'm waiting for. Is the next big team fight. And well, the Aegis has expired on Smiley. It's been 5 minutes. He did not die. And Radiant, I mean, they're grouped loosely like they want to smoke. They could if they have one on the Kate the Death Prophets, but they're just farming still. We're letting KU perhaps finish that Scotty, as you mentioned. Still about 2.5k gold away, but that's no time at all. Instead, they'll move to Shrek top lane. Aaron is very fast, but Shrek has a Blink Dagger. Baboon, Mr. J. Curto, he will tank the gank, though he will not tank a death. He will just get silenced, stand there, survive, and walk away. Just roll away to be technical.
Radiant's kind of going back to their normal form, and I like the way they're playing the game. They're playing the map a lot better than Dire right now. This Nyx has been able to get XP and look for kills bottom. Jug has kind of like farmed up and down the top area of the map, and Coddle's just blasting side lanes. Meanwhile, TA is farming some of bottom, but for the most part, feels like Dire's kind of stuck together.
Ooh, the anticipation of this Dire side team fight is killing me. It's canceled by the Blink Impale from Malefic! The Blink here from Kobe as well! What a fantastic catch on the Radiant Observer Ward, but can they finish Shrek? He's still alive! He blinks away and now the turn is huge! In comes Baboon. Malefic is dead. Kobe will have to BK, but he's still solo. Omni Slash, I believe, didn't even come out there, and now Kobe will TP away. Roll comes in. They're on KU. Fury. But Shrek is in as well. The 2-man Abbey Burrow now comes in. It will cost him his life, but it will secure 2 kills for his team. Now it's Aaron. He will get away. He's just too fast, but the team fight, well, same story. It's once again back in favor of the side of Headmonk.
Well, there's a BKB kid now, so I think their win probability goes up a lot.
What happened to Omni Slash in that fight there?
I was looking at a different part of the fight, to be honest.
I thought
I
I
was,
heard it, but I didn't see it. Did Smiley like dodge it with the psionic projection or something? I have no idea.
I think this is where I'm supposed to say what happened, but I'm not sure.
You're going to
I,
plead the fifth. You do not know.
the At the start of that fight, though, Shrek barely did not die after getting arenaed because the E-Blade from Aaron actually made him dodge the what's this one called? God's Rebuke
Oh,
damage.
rebuke damage.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the difference. Because I mean, if they got Shrek there immediately, they had the great jump on him channeling the epi, but the damage just quite short. And I mean, you know what they say, logical. Dota is a game of inches, man. The little things sometimes.
Yes. Yes.
That really matters in terms of getting these kills. I mean, if they get the Sand King immediately, that's an entirely different fights.
Yeah. Agreed. Dyer's actually ahead in gold now as well for first time this game, I think.
I think they were like less than 1k. Actually, I have a graph. Let's go with a graph. Yeah, they were up by less than 1k earlier, but this is their first real lead of the game now. It's a solid 3k and growing. And well, if you're a Headbonk fan, this is good. This is what you want. You want your team to be ahead right now. I mean, their draft is really coming into its own quite soon. This TA has her BKB. This Sand King is halfway to BKB. This Pangoliers is BKB too. So there's really, the key items you need to take these team fights. And we have Baboon, Earth Spirit. He also is a BKB. So if you're a BKB fan, you're gonna love this dire itemization right now.
Yeah, I think that's really good as well.
Top lane again. It's Burrow plus Sonic Projection on Keita. Down Gills to 5. Then roll from long range. It's perfect on Kobe. He'll BKB. It appears though he'll get away, but they want Aaron as well. The roll way off the mark. Dire will chase. Are they fast enough for Connell? Appears to be no, but they're still trying. The roll comes out, but it's not going to work. He'll cancel that one. It does mean though 1 kill on the DP, 1 kill on the top T on tower, and now, well, guess who's alive again? It's our good friend Roshan. For the second time this game, Smiley is inside, and once again, he won't last very long.
Will be Shard going to Fury. Okay, yeah. H going to Smiley.
Yeah, another jump! The burrow! The projection! Can they get Aaron? The detection! It's on the ground! The sentry was barely in range! They bring down Aaron! And this Aghanim Scepter on Smiley is paying off immensely. They got the kill there, top lane, with the projection. They got the kill there in the Radiant Jungle with the projection. And wow. This high-octane aggression is just blowing me away right now.
Yeah, it's really good. You have a lot of heroes that are able to set up kills for you, so it does make sense. He took over, or when they were in the bottom lane, when they were taking this tier 2 tower originally, he ended up placing a bunch of traps here, and then after he started playing, after he felt really strong and started playing in the top area, put a bunch of traps there, and so was able to be everywhere on the map. This Pango can set up kills for you, the Earth Spirit can set up kills for you, as you see there, the SK can set up kills for you.
One more setup there, top lane. It's on Nyx. In comes Marsh trying to save his boy, but it will possibly work. The arena has 2 on the inside, but Shrek and Fury are still alive. Kobe goes down. It's a trade for Shrek thanks to Keita. Baboon will TP away in this case, so it ends up being a 2-for-1 exchange. Bit of a weird dive, but they saw the opportunity, they went for it. Cost them their Sand King, but it's still a potential opportunity to... And not really high ground. They're just have traps and leave.
Yeah, no arena is kind of big. It's still too risky to go high ground like that. It's just not worth it. I mean, you're gonna have to go high ground into Coddle, and yeah, you don't want to toss this game away. There's still so much. There's so much potential for Dire in the future of this game. Like, they have a lot of items to farm, so I agree with this decision.
They have like a 10-second window of Coddle being dead. If I were playing, I'd be like, hit the tower, 10 seconds, go, 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 get 1/3 of the tower, but no.
That 250 damage at the tier 3 tower is, normally not worth like 1,000 gold you can get on the map by leaving early.
This is true. This is, I'm sure, objectively true, but the damage is more fun.
I mean, objectively true, hard to say. Hard to say in Dota.
I mean, I think if you looked at the expected building damage of getting 1,000 gold versus actually getting the damage, you could probably make a graph about it if you really wanted to, if you had enough sample size. So just of games where teams go high ground there and for 10 seconds and those that don't. And I think, I don't know the numbers, but it just seems like your option of getting 1,000 gold sounds better than minor damage on a T3 tower. Instead, though, bot lane will be major damage on a tier 3 tower. It is 1/4 the tower, plus the glyph forced out. The tower will live for now, but Smiley actually does not care. Aegis is up for 2 minutes, so tank and impale. In comes roll from Fury. It's there on a Malefic's Nyx Assassin. Roll comes in from long range. There on Nyx. Arena comes in. It'll be there on 2. Smiley will lose the Aegis, and they will lose their Sand King. Nyx, Sand King, they buy back. Earth Spirit will drop, and now it's Fury and Smiley popping BKBs, bringing down Keita. Fury is at the fountain, zoning them away. But notably, the tier 3 tower is still alive. Shrek, his TP. It was on cooldown, so now it's Aurora just dead. It's a 2-man spear. They're on Pangolier and Templar Assassin. Their BKBs are on cooldown. The Aegis is lost. Smiley's life is lost as well. They will move to Fury, who has very low mana. He will roll up. Is it enough? The answer is definitely not. That will be an absolute massive rout in the bottom lane of the Radiant base in favor of Booba Enthusiasts.
Oh, so big. KU didn't even have to use Omni Slash in that fight. Somehow. Dire dove a little bit too deep there, I think. Yeah. This is really big for Boo Enthusiasts. Now I think they're probably gonna win the game off that fight.
This went so deep. I think if Shrek has travels there, maybe it looks different, but he buys back, his TP's on cooldown, and even if he had it, he couldn't have got, there's no way to get there quickly, so it's just so hard to fight when Radiant have buybacks either going to their fountain, you know?
Yeah, true. They're not so much stronger than Radiant that they can go into the fountain. Like, sometimes if you have really big gold lead, then making those kind of big dive plays are fine. Here, though, they do have to be a little more careful, play with a little bit more finesse when it comes to going high ground like that.
This is the exact team that would make these plays, too. I can't think of a single team in Lads more likely to make that exact dive than Headbunkins. Well, it did not pay off this time. Yeah, I mean, network lead, it's literally less than 1k again. Dire. Perhaps desperation, perhaps opportunistic. They've smoked up his 3. They popped it on Nyx Assassin, and now Jake Curdo, Mr. Baboon, his life will certainly be... She's still alive somehow in this BKB, but now it's an arena there on Smiley. Malefic, Baboon, they're both dead, and now Radiant want Templar Assassin. But it may be in exchange for the Juggernaut. Jug is low, Jug is stunned, and Jug is now dead. So that is 2 for 1 so far. The buyback from Baboon. Now it's Fury BKB going on Keita. Keita will get Melt Striked down by Smiley. Over to Aaron on the other side of the river. They find him with the roll and the barrel strike. So now Coddle will get slow, kited, and brought down. That is, at long last, positive momentum again for Headbonk. But actually, I don't think they know that Radiant have no buybacks. They know Nyx and DP don't, but Coddle has no gold. Jug has no gold. This actually could be a disaster now for Booba Enthusiasts.
Yeah. Smiley goes top. But, I mean, even if they don't know, they're going to find out, because they're going to just be hitting these towers. Like, it's not like they have anywhere else to go on the map. It's not like you're scared of buybacks. So you go take Roshan, go farm up. They've no tier 2 towers on Radiant, so they're going to just take all their wrecks.
Dire have 1 wave, but Radiant have no
Throne?
lift.
This is such a
They're
bad thing.
going Throne. This is wild play here. I mean, it might just pay off, though. If Mars can kill the 1 wave, though, the Throne Siege is instantly... Okay, not instantly, but it's doomed to fail unless they can get it that fast. Though, Radiant just are not going. Fury's rolling. The Throne is exposed. Tier 4s are dead. In comes the 1-man Burrow. There on Sand King. Smiley will BKB, hitting the Throne. It's now 2/3 HP. Arena comes in, keeping everyone on the inside. As Smiley walks into it, the projectiles are not being blocked. The Mars is stunned. The Throne is half HP. Kobe is dead. Malefic is dead. Dire hit the Throne in game 1. And a crazy upset goes over to Headbonk.
They played pretty well this game. Also, I like their draft. This is good 24 pick TA. Fury in particular, I think played really well that game. I like the way that he conducted himself in the first 10 minutes. Well, like even though he pretty much teleported to side lanes off cooldown almost, he was still able to be the third most farm core in the game. I think Booba Enthusiast tried a lot of stuff with that last draft though. So I think they'll probably go back to drafting more traditional lineup game 2. But this does mean that they got DP and it lost. So we'll have to see what kind of consequences that has on the series. Who won the coin flip for game 1?
It was Headbonk, and they chose second pick. So Booba Enthusiasts will have choice for game 2. They'll probably pick second pick, which means that that Headbonk will be Radiance, more than likely. I'll ask once they're in the lobby, right? All 5? Close enough. All right, I have asked in the lobby chat their choice of pick and or side. Correction, pick or side and not included.
Side server.
Oh god, picking server with coins. I am so happy I managed to get that out of the Pro Series rulebook, dude.
But was that really a thing?
Because it was for South America though. When it was Peru playing Brazil, they coin flipped for server. But I made.
Oh, I remember that.
Yeah, we got it moved to Argentina, so everyone's happy. The pros are like, "Yo, please make it happen." I'm like, please, BTS Argentina, I beg of you. I wrote like a 1.5k character essay trying to convince them with like pro player testimonials, and they changed the rules, so we're good to go now.
Well played. Well played.
I am the champion of South American Dota, apparently.
Okay, so Booba Enthusiasts take second pick, which tells me that they're probably going to leave Death Prophet in the pool.
Yeah, I mean, it's certainly one of those things where they've been willing to leave in the pool against other teams earlier this season, where it's like, all right, if you want a 5-pick DP, have at it. We are very experienced in doing it. Yeah, it will be Radiant. No surprise there for Headbonk. Let's see here. Our lobby settings correct. I'm sure they are. Okay. Now we're waiting on the players, but man, I still can't believe the way this game turned out.
I'm with you.
It's the way it's like, all right, Booba have this lead, they throw it. Headbunk at this lead, they throw it, and then 3 minutes later they win the game. Like, it's how. I mean, it is March, you know? It's March Madness. Miracles can happen even in lads.
What? It's March?
It is. It is March.
I mean, yeah, it is March. I'm surprised you said that, though. I'm not sure how that one's relevant. It is March, though. I'll give you that much.
Over in the sports world, we have this thing called college basketball. It's March Madness, baby. Known for
I'm aware. I know what March Madness is.
You see, right now, as this happened, we saw a major upset in March Madness. And we might just see major upsets in League of Legends bracket, too. It'd be fitting. Happen on the same day. You never know. You never know with Dota sometimes. It's why you play the games. Alright, let's see here. We're waiting on Keita to join the slot. So I can press the blue button so we can go into game number 2, so then we can analyze the draft so we can cast game number 2. Yeah, that's the order of things happening. We're just chilling right now, though. We're mostly chilling, waiting on Keita Bacon to take a slot. He is refusing at the current time, or at least indifferent to it.
He's done this one before. I'm sure he'll get around to getting in the slot eventually.
Eventually, but he's leaving mystery on my mind. You know, I've got no idea when it's going to happen. He's done it. He has joined the slot. I've been told to run it, but I do not have to. Oh, we've got a G. Let's double check those settings one more time. Yeah, they're correct. Alright, so we are now on in for game number 2. Very exciting.
Yes, that's very exciting. Okay, predicting the first phase events. This is actually the most interesting part. Trying to get into the psyche of these teams. But Valve's Dota 2 API is currently down, so.
Alright, went to refresh and hopefully I could. Nope, it's down for me too. Very sad. I don't know what I expected. Can't remember the first phase ban. It was Tide IO from Headbonk. Booba banned out. They banned out that hero?
Hoodwink was the other hero they banned. I think well, I think they'll run it back.
Then it leaves the question. I mean, there's a lot of options here. I mean, there's Omni plus Tiny. There is the DP. A lot of very cool and balanced Dota 2 heroes available in the first phase of this game. I mean, there's a lot of very fun and balanced Dota 2 heroes available. And we'll ban the Sand King. Okay.
Now they
available.
Yeah, they're kind of like obliged to take Hoodwink. I think at least try it. Generally, that's how this thing goes. Yeah.
And they have done it.
I think they're taking DP again. I think they're just gonna run back DP. Maybe Catalyst this time though.
Could be DP Tiny, could be DP Omni, could be Omni Tiny. You could throw us for a curveball, throw in some different hero. I mean, there's always some weird heroes played by these players. I mean, it's I wouldn't be too shocked if like a Techies comes out tonight. I mean, I know both teams have players who play it, and people think Techies is good because Techies probably is good right now. So yeah, I've got a feeling.
Funky hero.
I have a feeling that going to the bathroom's in my interest. I'll be right back.
Alright. The run back Death Prophet. I like the Death Prophet Omni idea that Badger brought up. I think that could be what they go for here. They probably know the Headbonk is just gonna pick AA again though, so they're gonna need something to they're gonna need to adjust for that matchup somehow. Um Invoker, okay. It's very early to pick your mid hero. Like, that's pretty surprising. Just declaring it's not mid Death Prophet immediately. Yeah, I don't super love this draft, but they are just picking comfort heroes. I mean, I know that Boo enthusiasts know that Radiant's gonna pick AA, so they're not gonna put DP mid no matter what. But I think you could at least pretend you're still thinking about going Death Prophet mid, because even against AA, I don't think that's some crazy matchup. Or I don't think that's so crazy of a matchup that you can't even that they're that you can't even play DP mid against AA, like in general. You do get ice blasted, and you have to watch out because you can't heal, obviously, but your hero's fast, you can dodge the ice blast. There's still different ways to play around it.
Back to League of Lads, where miracles can happen.
Welcome, DP Invoker, and then into AA, of course. So, I was saying how I don't like that Booba Enthusiasts picked Invoker so early after picking DP. I think they should at least pretend that it can be flexed, even if they know they're not going to put it mid.
I'm actually curious. How much has Aaron played DP for him this season?
Probably never, because it's probably banned. Or another one of their players is playing it.
That's what I'm thinking. I think it might be literally 0 games of DP for this.
Probably doesn't want to play it.
I mean, no mid player wants to play DP though.
I like playing DP now. Like, this hero's so broken, it's fun to play.
All right, let's see here.
You weren't expecting that, were you? Just
I
instant.
really wasn't. Not a you know.
That hero's really fun to play actually, because you're just like so strong that it's just funny. I my support player died at 5 minutes, then I just like a light bulb popped above my head, and I was like, okay, scrap the mage TP mid, bro, and then we won the game immediately. Minute 6, took his tower, lights out for the enemy team. That hero's a lot of fun. You should try playing it. Not position 5. It's a whole different experience. Horrible.
You read my thoughts on that one, but I've looked up the stats. Booba Enthusiasts they picked Death Prophet 7 times this season. They were 6-0 going into the last game. They lost their last one, so now 6-1. During the 7 games, not a single one has been mid. So they're not even pretending. Like, they're not even going to pretend the DP's mid. They know it's not mid. Headmonk knows it's not mid, so it's not going mid.
Okay, Oracle DP, good combo. That's one way of turning the AADP matchup. Also means that like all these heroes are like locked into their lane pretty much. You know it's gonna be an Invoker mid no matter what. You know it's gonna be Oracle 5 pretty much no matter what. I mean, even if it's Oracle 4, it's not like that changes the way you play against the hero. And now this Death Prophet, you don't really want Oracle Death Prophet support duo. Those heroes work together, but not as a support duo. So this is like almost definitely going to be offlane DP now. So now, if you're Headbonk, you see Dyer's draft. They have 3 ranged int heroes of debatable tankiness. So I think you have a lot of options here. I mean, the classic would be like Ricky, just one of these backline jumping heroes. Uh, Even just a BKB hero that buys a blink is completely fine. They could go back for the TA. Okay, yeah, Night Stalker is a really good pick, I think.
That is definitely a BKB buying blink hero. Not a carry necessarily, but certainly a core in that Night Stalker. And I mean, there are very few things in Dota as powerful as a perpetual AoE on the ground silence, and Night Stalker has that. And for someone like Oracle, we're talking like mandatory force staff, possibly more, just to not die to that Night Stalker hero. So this could be a hard game to be kicked down the Oracle.
Yeah, I mean, I said they needed a BKB blink hero or they needed a backline jumper hero, but this is both of them. That being said, those are kind of the same things, but yeah, very solid pick. Works pretty well with Hoodwink as far as I can remember as well.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure during the day it's good enough, and then during the night, there's a lot of synergy there between the AoE night vision with the Dark Ascension and the ability for Hoodwink to just be a squirrel in the trees with long range abilities. So it's gonna be fun.
Running the Pango back. Before they picked Ping, I was going to say Radiant have incredible vision heroes. Hoodwink, one of the more underrated aspects of this hero, I think, is the Shard. Hoodwink pretty much becomes a vision hero because of how spammable the Shard is. You just send out your little what was it called again? Clone something?
Decoy?
Decoy, thank you. Yeah, you just throw out the decoy, you run it around. It's annoying for the enemy team to kill it, because if they hit it and they get bushwhacked, AA, you know, classic vision hero. You just spam Ice Vortex on the ground. Great at giving vision. Night Stalker is I don't know why I have to explain why Night Stalker and AA are vision heroes, but like they got good vision, guys. Pangolier gonna be able to see the entire world when he chooses to go in.
We could just leave it at Ice Vortex and Dark Ascension, and other than that, it's pretty self-explanatory.
I mean, it's like Dark Ascension, but it's also, I mean, just naturally. Actually, I mean, I guess Night Stalker naturally has low day vision, but night vision, you're loaded.
Thing is, day vision is a very common quantity. There's very few heroes in Dota that have reduced day vision. On the flip side, there's very few heroes in Dota with increased night vision. So,
are there any heroes with decreased day vision that aren't Night Stalker?
Batrider, right?
Yeah, that sounds right.
Because Firefly still gives day vision, so I'm pretty sure it's like 1400 base or something. That sounds right. Sounds right.
Yep, Batrider is 1600.
Cool. I still got it.
Bane has increased night vision. Bounty has increased night vision. I didn't know that. And
Why?
Slark and Sniper Rain, yeah.
Why does Bounty have increased night vision? Hey, yeah, yeah. We have a Mars selection though. Booba Enthusiasts apparently they're
Thank
fine
you.
running back their same offlane selection from last game, so it's more DP Mars action. DP 4 Mars 3, I suppose. You mentioned DP Oracle, perhaps not a great support duo, but I would expect it to be DP 4 Mars 3 rather than the other way around with the Mars 4 and the DP 3. I don't think Malefic
Likewise.
plays much Mars 3, so yeah. Sorry, I don't think this was much Mars 4, I should say. I'm sure Kobe can play the 3 DP, but it's the 4 Mars I'm more concerned about.
I feel like I've seen him play 3DP before.
Oh, yeah,
That was
100%.
that was the other one. Yeah, okay. They played at 5 and they played at 3. I would like to see 4 bars 3DP, but I also agree with you. I don't think that's what's going to be happening.
That's a Dota for you now. Things you want to see and things you're going to see are often two very different things, and I would like to see Abaddon selected instead of Oracle, but we get Oracle instead, you know? What can you do?
Both of these teams need a carry hero again. Bloodseeker TV vids, you got it. It was just the wrong game.
Yeah, I mean, this seemed like good bans against for this team against Pangolier, but I was an entire hour ahead on this one.
TB is oh wait, I want to talk about this one. TB is really good against Night Stalker because you do pretty well against it in lane for the most part, and then in the throughout the entire game, you can reflection the Night Stalker, and you get a Night Stalker illusion, so you get all the vision that Night Stalker has. That is can be a really big deal on team fights. Just give your team Giga Night Vision. It's the same with Spectre and Silencer as well. If you cast Spectral Dagger on Night Stalker, you get his vision, and so he's flying, then you just have that crazy flying vision. Works the same way with Last Word as well. So TB is pretty good against Night Stalker. Last game as well, I think that they had a lot better answers to TB, just the burst damage that they had with the Sand King.
We are coming up to the end of the draft now. I mean, it's 1 minute reserve time for Headbonk. They have this 23 pick carry, and they're in the same predicament that Booba Enthusiasts were in last game. It's you're picking your carry, you know your lane matchup, but you don't know your carry matchup. So potentially Booba Enthusiasts can grab a good carry versus carry matchup as Headbonk did last game. We'll have to see exactly what Smiley goes for. I mean, you mentioned Ricky. I like Ricky. I know Smiley enjoys playing Slark. Could be a decent enough Slark game. Obviously, you can go for the more meta staples, but a lot of the good meta staples are banned, so I guess not. I mean, there's very little time left. I'm trying to stall at this point. I'm trying to stall.
You don't even need a hero to go back in the jump the backline. You can, and it's probably good, but you don't even need one because you already have heroes that can turn anyone into a backline jumper. They can honestly pick like whatever they want. Like okay, yeah, PA that hero is pretty good at jumping the backline. I think it's a pretty solid PA pick. That lane might be one of the weakest safe lanes I've seen in a long time. PAAA.
That's why I'm concerned, though. I don't like PA from behind. I think Phantom Assassin's one of those heroes that really needs to get a good start. I mean, you see nearly universally this B Fury item being built like B Fury into either BKB Deso or Deso BKB type build, and if you just get run over by Mars DP, I mean, PA does not farm jungle that well thanks to the jungle changes, so it's going to be hard if the lane is lost. I think the odds of the lane being lost are exceptionally high. You mentioned how weak the lane is, and it's a very weak lane. You're right.
Medusa. I like Medusa because yeah, this is a pretty good Medusa. I think you do have to watch out for Pango because everyone and their mom buys Diffusal on Pango now. Easy way to burn a lot of mana. It does have pretty good core matchups in the most part though. PA can never really jump on Dusa unless you're quite a bit more farm than the Medusa, and we'll have a completely fine lane against the Night Stalker, and Night Stalker can't really fuck with Medusa either. This lane's also pretty bad. The Oracle Dusa, I think their lane is less bad though because of who they're playing against, or because of not who they're playing against, because of what they're playing against.
I think this is one of those drafts where Booba Enthusiast and Headbonk play equally well. Booba Enthusiast win it like 9 times out of 10. I feel like Headbonk have to do something crazy to win this game in terms of like I want to see good macro movements from Shrek and Fury just to like make space, run as 4, and like take over areas of the map for Smiley to farm. I feel like Booba Enthusiasts are good against that kind of style, though. They're very comfortable playing against us. So I'm very concerned for Bonk's ability to win this game.
That's surprising. I like their draft more again this game, I think. But yeah, I mean, I'll still say the same thing I did last game, where I think that Booba Enthusiasts will win.
Maybe I'm just like, maybe I'm just drinking the Booba Enthusiast Kool-Aid. I'm like, all right, this team has won 19 games in the group stage. No matter what they pick is going to win, but I mean, they lost last game, so maybe the time is over for Booba Enthusiasts. I mean, KU's been memeing for the last like month now. They're going to go out 0-4 in playoffs. They won their first series 2-0, but they can still go 0-4 in the next two series. I mean, they're one game out of four towards that. So,
ooh, is Aaron gonna buy? We get to be on Orb Watch again.
we're on Orb Watch. This Orb Watch has been brought to you by Game 2 of Booba Enthusiasts taking on Head Bonk. Head Bonk, in the upset, took game number 1. My name is Badger, and I'm joined by the one only Logical, and we are still on Orb Watch. He's not skilled Orb. We're waiting for either Pink Orb or Red Orb.
His starting build is crazy, by the way. It looks like he random. Like, the Verifier Mango, it legit looks like he random. Double Mango, no tank. That's interesting.
Aaron, he's, if nothing else, very comfortable in the hero. It's like, you know what? This game I'm playing against this Pangolier hero. Why not? I'll buy Verifier. I'll buy Mangoes.
But there's nothing wrong with the Verifier. Mangoes, we'll have to see what he's up to. He's got the Wraithband queued up as well, which I don't hate this. I bought Wraithband on co-op the other day. I think that one's probably a little bit better than Invoker, but it's the same idea.
I feel like, though, usually you get the Wraithband for the armor, which is trade, right? But is the armor going to do that much since it's Pangolier then?
Yeah, I mean, okay, so the shield crash is magic damage, but the swashbuckle and the right clicks from Pango are both physical, right? So most of the damage that you're going to be taking from Pango is shield crash slow into auto attacks, or the swashbuckle damage. I mean, the shield crash is going to do a lot of damage because obviously you max it first. But I think this will still be pretty nice against the Pango, and I think he did probably do it because he was against a Pango. He wouldn't have done this against other heroes.
Correction, he has abandoned his Wraithband tech. He's queued up a Midas.
Midas.
We've analyzed for nothing.
That's insane. He went Pink Orb and he's still just starting items Midas.
So, you know, this is the play for...
He's not doing this. He's buying items that aren't Midas, I think, before he finishes a Midas.
They're not as quick buy, though. I think Aaron, he's got the will to buy Midas. He is Pink Orb into Midas Gamer. Mr. Portland Burnsider's mid laner, Aaron, he's ready to do this.
That would be pretty admirable if he can, like, get a decently timed Midas. Just starting items into Midas with no tangos either.
You know, he has the regen, though. He has the Quas, and he has 2 mangoes. This is where the mangoes come in handy, Logical. It's about, like, 1.4 regen per second. Yeah, 1.4 regen per second, Logical. Plus Quas Orbs, like, he's good. Look, his regen is 7.0. He's good. He doesn't need tangos.
I'm surprised he has 7 regen. The hell? You got 1.2 from the mangoes and then 3 from the Quas.
Does Invoker have base 2.8 regen or something? That seems wild.
That sounds right, to be honest. I feel like I've heard that a long time ago, but then people talk about that like it's a big deal, and then they realize that it's not a big deal. So I stop hearing about it. I don't know I feel like that doesn't make sense, but
the math adds up, but it's just some dude in a wizard robes. Why is he regening 2 per second naturally? That just seems odd, you know?
He's a superhero, you know? It's like,
what do you mean? It's Dota. It's like
everyone's a superhero.
Heroes are superheroes, dude. There's superheroes.
Yeah, exactly. Like so what's wrong? He's a superhero, so he can get a little bit of regen.
All the other heroes don't want that, though. None of the other heroes have 2.8 base regen.
Yeah, but they got their own things going on. He's just got some regen.
Actually, more thing on this. Actually, bot lane first blood will come out. Defense of it will drop. Cold Feet will not stun, but Smiley and Aurora will eventually run down this DP. Never mind. 8-stick popped, and they abandon the plan and say, you know what? The kill literally is not worth the gold. We will let him go. And they do.
So, okay, I'm going to stop watching the mid lane, but he does still have the Midas kit. He sent out the glove.
Just like the clubs.
Unfortunately, this is about when you get punished for doing this though. Like Fury, nice, nice. I taught him that one. Did you see that?
I did. He denied the range creep. That was beautiful.
Yeah, he dragged the creeps away. He a-clicked Aaron to take the aggro, even though they're hitting the range creeps, and then
Beautiful.
denied it after.
Beautiful mid laner tech right there. Now Aaron,
Yeah.
he's not dead, but he's very damaged. So this is not good for our man Invoker, who is actually losing the CS battle quite heavily mid lane. 18-5 Pangolin versus 12-2 Invoker. And then side lanes, they've been relatively even. PA similar farm to Mars. Netstalker similar farm to Medusa. The Nightstalker actually being even with the Medusa somewhat surprises me because, you know, minute 5, this lane's going to be a lot better for Radiant, so if KU is, like, drawing the even lane now, then minute 5 he's going to just die, but I guess First Blood will change his fortunes. That's a lot of gold for KU, and with the First Blood there on Hoodwink, his lane is something a lot better.
Yeah, I mean, this Radiant lane is like, I don't know the best way to describe this. Like I don't want to say attributes because that's not true, but like their intangibles are really strong. They have really good base damage. They have surprising amount of armor. Like, why does Hoodwink have 4 armor? 4 base armor. It's a little rat. Doesn't deserve 4 base armor. But they're just like really good at things that are like hard to quantify.
Is that the theme of the cast tonight? Is why do heroes have regen and armor?
No, that's a bad theme. We need a better theme.
Hopefully, we have time to figure it out. I know we're 4 minutes in. We got. That's been
really only. It feels like longer than 4 minutes. Maybe it's because we've been talking about orbs and the wizards for so long.
You know, it's a very enrapturing topic. You know, it's all about those pink orbs. Over the top lane, Keita thought he might go down, but he's still alive. Bushwhack
He looks kind of dead.
Actually, it will hit. I believe one more right click will do it, and one more right click will hit. Down goes Keita. So now, Mr. J. Curdo, Baboon, who gave up First Blood, now gets it back. It's 1-1 kill score, and he's picking out KU. It is nighttime. KU has mana, and will be zoned away from the lane for now. Shrek will CS freely, which is good for Shrek and bad for KU.
Also, Aaron has not gotten Aaron has not gotten punished for this Midas, I'll say. Fury had like a pretty good window. He also didn't skill roll. He's 3-3-0-0, which is interesting. I think he might have misclicked. But he kind of missed his opportunity to punish the Invoker. I'd say like around the level 4, level 5 is where you can really press him because he doesn't have any regen. I mean, he doesn't have any regen or any items to tank your spells with, pretty much. Now though,
spear bot lane from Kobe. That was like nearly a pixel perfect spear. I think that was beautiful from Kobe to bring down the Ancient Apparition. Now top lane, Keita will go down again, so it's both 5s going down, 1 top lane, 1 bot lane, same result, and they will look for a second kill on KU. He has low mana, but has 6 wand charges. The dive continues. In comes TP from Aaron. He'll cancel that one, but it did cause Shrek to back off, so I guess all's well that ends well in the top lane.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
huh? Yeah, no, the top lane for Dire is kind of uninhabitable. Dusa, low mana, like kind of low, like awkward HP threshold. And then this Night Stalker is just so strong. This is like the main thing. You don't really die if you're playing in this lane as Dusa, but the Night Stalker is just gonna avoid and then A-click you until you walk back to your tower and you just won't be able to get anything.
Bot lane, we see support on support action. It's DP fighting the Ancient Apparition. In blinks Smiley. His salve is now canceled, but he chose to do this. He blinked in on purpose. Now the arena comes in on 2. Smiley and Aurora on the inside. Spear will hit on Smiley. Smiley will go down, and now Aurora will not avenge his DP. Though top lane, it will be Keita going down to the Midsucker Hoban combination. Back over to bot lane. Fury is running at Nautic, who TP'd in there and got the kill there on the DP. So it ends up being a 2-for-1 across snap, a 1-for-1 bot lane with a TP from Fury, and a 1-for-0 top lane, a pickoff on Oracle.
I wonder if he's going to get another point of shield crash at level 8. Just closed out 4-4-0-0.
For the top lane, in ascends Shrek. Keita will Fortune's End the Night Stalker, but Medusa, actually, she's just fine. She is incredibly fine. And you were saying before that?
Fury, level 8, 4-4-0-0, no points of roll in Panga.
Huh.
I actually kind of like it. I think this is... roll costs a lot of mana. If you can use it and get a kill, it's good, but I don't super hate this. It's like how people kind of like stop skilling ult at 6 on Lina every game. Like they don't... It's not like they don't skill it every game, but they I mean, it used to be you hit level 60 skill Laguna, don't think about it, but people don't do it all the time now.
I feel like with the new mana changes, they probably should be doing it again, but what can you do?
Yeah. I mean, the bigger thing is just like, especially on mid Lena, is that Laguna doesn't actually help you farm, but more points of your Q, more points of Fiery Soul help you farm. That's what you're doing anyways. Most of the time, if you can kill people, they'll die without Laguna. That's actually not true, but it happens a lot of the time.
That is
Baboon's
one
dead.
dead hoodwink top lane Baboon. Poked around and ends up being brought down by the DP Oracle and Dusa combination. Though, perhaps there will be vengeance. They will want the DP. It is a hasted Pangolier top lane, and now Keita will attempt to get away in the trees. They'll move instead to KU on the Radiant side. Medusa has no mana, has 5 wand charges, and in comes Aaron. Though Aaron cannot get a spell on Radiant before they leave, so it is a zoning TP from Aaron.
He's bootless. He can't really kill anyone. He's just got the Midas Club.
He has the will to be here, though. He's got the regen. He has an urn and Quas orbs. He's ready to, I guess, sit in the lane that KU no longer can sit in.
Yeah, this is another unfortunate part of going Money Glove, is that you're not really the Quasflex Invoker terror of the map that you expect this hero to be.
So he'd be at, like, what, Vessel right now? Vessel Brown Boots if he went for the that sort of build?
I think that might be a little bit too much. I mean, he'd just be stronger. He'd just have brown boots at least. Like, that's all he really needs. Is just a brown boot. He honestly, like, I think he probably could have gone Urn into Midas. I don't think he needs particularly needs a Vessel.
I guess it's nice, but what also is nice is Tornado EMP Cold Snap onto Baboon. And Baboon, yeah, that is one very gratifying kill for the Dire to bring this very annoying Hoodwink, but from a gold perspective, still not a very valuable kill at all.
We don't really talk about it, but Dire crushed this bottom lane. The Mars is 5.3k net worth, and the PA is Claymore no boot.
I mentioned it during the draft, like, hey, this lane seems really bad, and I didn't think it'd be this bad. I thought it'd be bad, but not Mars nearly double the net worth of PA type bad, you know?
Yeah. I mean, there's definitely, like, the lane is obviously very bad. We talked about it, but there was definitely also some outplay as well.
Yeah, they are leaving Keita to die top lane. Somebody TP'd in. I honestly don't remember who it was, but they're like, you know what? My Oracle is dead. I'm going to let him die. So it was, yeah, like I said, it was the DP TP, but just, you know what? Keita's dead. I'll sit mid lane. Actually, there's no EXO on DP. She just got 6 now, but Radiant are once again defending their mid lane. Though, I guess if Dire bring more offensive heroes, they can eventually get this tower, but seems like Fury has enough tower defense for the time being.
I think the Oracle ate the book, so he just had to take some XP before he got level 6.
That wouldn't be too shocking. I think Oracle's like 5.5 when he died top lane, and I'm sure they really, really want this this false promise in Oracle at this point in the game.
This is like really bad for Smiley. He doesn't have a TP. This is so much waste of time. Look at where he is. He might even die after all this. Okay, no.
This is teammates to get something done elsewhere on the Dire side jungle. Keita goes down on the Oracle, and we are going to see a bit of TPing in from Malefic, from Kobe, but it will be no kills. They will walk away again. Though, it is EXO popped by Malefic. He wants this T1 tower mid lane. It's already below half HP, and they may get a kill on Aurora, perhaps. He's right nearby the Mars, though. He sits on the high ground. Bushwhack, Ice Blast will be there on Kobe's Mars. In comes Sharpshooter. In comes the roll from Fury, and down goes Kobe. So it is a Mars for mid T1 exchange. Notably, though, Radiant, they were doing a lot of farming during that. So they had the PA farming bot lane and Shrek the Green Knight farming top lane.
Nice. Okay, I lost myself for a second there. I think that game's definitely getting a little bit better for Radiant. The Smiley has not really been touched for a while. His play ended up being, or like the whole situation bottom ended up being good for him because Dire had to TP top for that fight. So he kind of just like stood bottom for a little while, and even though he wasn't able to hit creeps, after they left, he was able to just keep being in this location, which is really nice. He's still really poor though.
He's working on it. He's still 6th in net worth by a decent margin, but you know, I guess he'll eventually eventually farm it
Closing
up.
in on his 15-minute Battle Fury with no boots.
It's not very good. And even then, I don't think he's gonna have it at 15 either. Is he still like what, 9 or gold off, which maybe made it 16 B Fury then?
Dire's top tower.
Yeah, something like that.
Well, Ice Blast comes in, will miss. Really comes in on the Hoodwink. Jay Curto appears to be endangered, though so is Aaron, who's being run at by Strick the Green Knight. Ascension is now over his roll, stuns up the Oracle. It's absolute chaos right now, and now Baboon is dead. Hospitals comes out on Kobe. They're running at Shrek, who is hit by the Cold Snap. Spear will lock Shrek to a tree where he will perish, eventually. 2 kills for Aaron on the Invoker, and now it is Ancient Apparition on the run. Malfic is much faster than him. He'll pop the Siphon. Sunstrike from long range will be missed thanks to Aurora TPing away, so Aurora will survive, but still Dire get the 2 kills. They will get away, and now for Booba Enthusiasts, they're firmly in the net worth lead. I mean, they're 1, 2, 3 cores, though they're gonna lose Malfic perhaps. Or perhaps not. The Exo is popped. Bushwhack, Sharpshooter will hit, but he's still alive. He has Siphons. Never mind. Swashbuckle, too much damage. So Fury gets at least 1 kill on the DP, but it's still looking pretty good right now for the Booba Enthusiasts.
Yeah, that was hopeful by Malefic, just popping exit like that.
He had the option of accepting his death, but apparently he has not come to terms with it yet.
Yeah. It's a little bit depressing, but
Spendis is stale the series, though. I think combined deaths in the 2 games, he's up to like 20 now. Okay, I think it's actually 16. So 1-man arena, there on Shrek, in comes Sunstrikes, Shrek will go down. Ice Blast hit on Kobe, but now it's Baboon. Completely isolated from his team, dies in the Dire track camp, and has 2 more kills for the side of Booba Enthusiasts.
yeah, it's pretty unfortunate for Radiant. They just blocks up the hill, but they did not deward this ward. It just timed out, but it was still there for the for the entire engagement. Walking up like that, Dire has. Yeah, I was praising how Radiant has so many vision heroes, but Dire had complete vision over that fight. Smiley.
Observer Ward's still viable. Spear actually has missed top lane on Smiley. Sunstrike will miss as well. Smiley probably shouldn't be alive right now, but he has been spared. He will get away.
You say that, but Dire missed a lot of spells, but I would be like, wouldn't be sure if they could kill the P8 if they had Arena up with just Oracle, Mars, Sunstrike.
How much exhaust does Aaron have right now? Does he have 2 points? He's got 4 points.
Okay, they'd definitely be able to kill him with Arena, but I'm pretty sure they wouldn't have got that even if they hit Spear, Sunstrike.
Dire's top tower is under
It's one of those low committal attempts, like, alright, if we miss, and they just missed.
Pretty chill state of the game again. This definitely favors Dire though, just like the whole nothing happening. They also have they're just like farming more of the map. It's
Did Radiant just double smoke?
probably. I was looking at their heroes, but if you think so, then they probably did.
Oh,
Oh,
that's
so,
a disastrous chain of
TP?
events right there. I mean, they might bring down the DP. She'll siphon and run. She could have TP, chose not to. Instead, she's running towards her Mars and Oracle, which is plenty of protection. Regardless, though, you smoke up there on these main kill threat heroes, you find the illusion. But I believe Shrek popped at the same time you saw the illusion to the west on the DP to the east. That's really unfortunate timing there on this Night Stalker. So he ascends, walks to the west, but no, that's the illusion. The ruins up here at the other end of the smoke radius. That's really unfortunate there. And now it's Dire who's smoking S4, everyone but Deuce on the inside, and I got a good feeling for Booba Enthusiasts with the smoke gank here.
Yeah, they might not like directly get a kill with this smoke. Like, they might just not. Their smoke might not break into a hero and they just go kill them like that. But the way that I also like this play, the way they're just setting up for this bottom tower with EXO.
I guess at this point, this tier 2 bottom, it's more viable than, say, a single hero pickoff. Like, you know what? We don't know.
Radiant has glyph.
It is
He's
ready.
choosing not to glyph this. Going Roshan, but I feel like you can still delay at least a couple creep waves.
Dire also know Aaron had the stun strike in the pit and Radiant. They scatter immediately with a 2/3 HP Roshan just being alive. So, you know, maybe if you get that Roshan for tier 2 trade, it's alright, but when you don't get the Roshan, it's very bad. Now, it's Aaron being run at by Shrek as Malefic gets run at by Aurora. Ice Blast hits on DP as Marzarina comes in on Shrek, down with Malefic. Now Fury will roll in on Dusa and Invoker. Invoker is half HP as Shrek drops very low. Deafening Blast plus the White Lights are enough to bring down Shrek the Green Knight. Now we move to Fury, who's being run at by 4-hero Spear. Actually knocks him further away, but still. It is a Night Stalker for Death Prophet exchange. Nothing too significant in either direction. We are back to our favorite part of the game, farming.
Top tower is under
Yeah. This Radiant's got to get some kind of momentum going on, otherwise they're just gonna like slowly lose this game to their core matchups. PA is not incapable of like out carrying the Dusa. She just needs a couple of kills and for Radiant to have some good fights.
Top lane, though, see, Smiley is fine. That is... He seemed to have known something was up. Like, wait a minute. I shouldn't go... Whoa. I actually completely missed that kill. Apparently, Sunstrike Spear was just too much damage, and it will be Vengeance. The blink in by Smiley, joining Shrek on the Keita Oracle now. To Spear away on Nessler, but in comes Smiley, looking for crits on Kobe. He will not get them, but it is not needed. The Void canceled the TP of the Kobe Mars, and now it is 2 kills. 1 on Oracle, 1 on Mars, in exchange for your Pango. Sure, you lose Fury, you had that, I believe, streak. He had the Mega Streak there, but I'm sure it's a fine exchange.
That was his first step, but it's still definitely worth it. If you're Fury, you get some kills for your PA now, and also the Mars is pretty farmed as well. Probably like similar. I mean, he's even higher net worth than Pango.
We mentioned this PA's lack of farm. We were, one might even say, roasting Smiley's farm this game, and now he is no longer 6th in net worth. He is 2nd in growing. Dire,
Still
though,
poor, but he's farmed enough. Okay, sorry.
I was gonna say, Deuce is going to extend that leave the kill on Hoodwink, but back to what you were saying before that?
No. I mean, Smiley. This game, he actually like does need to be kind of farmed. I said last game he was like not farmed, but he's serviceable amounts of money. I think this game, he's like he's catching up in net worth wise, but he's still kind of poor for PA. Like 21 minutes. You want to at least have like Battle Fury BKB at this point.
Well, the Roshan is once again being attempted, but this time it's Radiant who are aware of Dire in the Roshan pit. Fury will roll. He shield crashes over the wall. The stun is there on Aaron. Aaron is locked down, but gets the BKB off in time. In comes False Promise, and in comes the XL on DP still. Marzarina comes in there on 2, though Fury leads with the Swashbuckle, so now it's Malefic for Shrek. Bushwhack will stun KU. Toby is looking to zone away the Radiant from his Medusas in the Roshan pit. Medusa's not taking that fast, and Radiant are aware with the Ice Vortex. Sunstrike will damage Roshan. In comes Meteor. They want this Roshan right here, right now. They want to give no chance for Radiant to take it. And they will grab it. Fury, he is now in the pit, but it is too late. He'll shield crash away, but it's right into a Mars. Spear is on a cooldown, but he attracts Fury's attention enough. TP comes in, and actually, never mind, the TP. It's good enough. It gets him away, and now Keita dives Ice Blast!
Meanwhile, PA is farming the whole time. Top net worth now.
Yeah, he's got money. He's done it. He's achieved net worth. Great success.
Yeah, he's got a second item finally. Goes for the BKB. This is probably correct. Yeah, this is a good item. Now he can even fight with this team. Although he still does not really do that much damage. Level 18 BKB though, so at least you don't die anymore in fights. You're no longer a liability.
Yeah, it's I'm still a little bit confused exactly how Radiant would fight, to be honest. I'm a little bit genuinely confused, man. I see it on paper, but I feel like that last fight felt good for them, right? They had this like massive ice blast, they had the roll, constantly keeping Aaron locked down, but they still couldn't do anything. It feels hard to fight right now.
Or yeah, definitely. I mean, especially with the Aegis. KU didn't have his Scotty before that fight either. That's gonna make it harder for the Night Stalker to just blitz at one of these int-ranged heroes, even after the BKB.
One is a 5-man smoke from Booba Enthusiasts. KU broke his smoke. He's showing mid lane, but he has a team right behind him. They will pop the smoke on Shrek the Green Knight, but he's hiding in the trees for now. They see him. He blinks away in time, so it will be an off-the-mark smoke in terms of kills. We now see KU hitting the mid tier 2 towers. Radiants are a bit set up for the top tier 2 tower. Looks like this could be an exchange of towers, though. Radiant certainly will lose their tower first. They will glyph. But Dire have a way of coming in about 5 more seconds. We'll be there. In comes TPs from Dire looking to defend their tower top lane. Arena comes outside, but he has the BKB. That is the BKB reveal. He'll TP away immediately. So now Radiant are on the run, but Malefic looks for a TP cancel perhaps. He sees Ancient Apparition. TP is cancelled. AA certainly will die. Baboon gets away though, so it will be only the 1 kill on Aurora. So it ends up being this T2 tower and Ancient Apparition going down. Radiant get nothing of value in exchange for it, so I guess the one thing they can say is they've gotten a bit more time off the Aegis, but there's still 2 minutes left now.
Yeah, Dire can still kind of do whatever they want for this 2-minute duration. They're probably going to go top, then push that out, get that tier 1 tower. I'm not really sure what the PA's timing is at this point. I think like this 20 talent is pretty nice. The blur evasion is really annoying for the Dusa until she has True Strike. Honestly, it's probably like now, like after they finish this Deso on PA is probably when they're going to take this fight. Lines up with the Aegis timing out as well.
Yeah, at that point, I mean, it's not like Dusa really even has the MKB and quick buy either, so
yeah, it'll be a while.
I mean, 8-second BKB, no Aegis, no MKB. This is gonna be, you're right. This is gonna be the window, I'm quite sure. And if they can like win one fight against this sort of orientation of Dire heroes, then it's like, all right, now we can start getting momentum, start getting map control instead of just kind of like, I mean, they're moving around the shadows, getting whatever farm they can, just being wherever the Dire is. And the problem is whenever Radiant are somewhere else, Dire are hitting your tower, so it's just T1 top, dead, T2 top, dead, Radiant tri-camp control in the Dire's hands, so you have to go elsewhere for your farm other than the easy locations. But you know what? KU seems to be sick of Hoodwink and Phantom Assassin playing in the lanes. He's walking high ground with the first Aegis. They have the
Glyph.
Siege Unit and the Aegis, but Radiant have Glyph still, you're right.
Yeah, well, I mean, they kind of got forced some reactions.
Kind of. Nothing of value, though. I mean,
Oh, yeah, you're happy about that if you're Radiant for sure. The PA was still able to farm the entire time, didn't have to react at all.
Yes, they got a Hoodwink TP and like 100 damage. Yeah, that's more like 600 damage, but still, it's not that much. Radiant, though, wants some vengeance for their top T2 tower. They've smoked as 4. Ascension comes in. They see KU. This is one hard kill, but if they can get it, it is fantastic. Fury will BKB, looking to roll on the side as he's inside the arena. DP now goes down, and Radiant hunt onto Keita. They want this Oracle. They want the healer dead. Performance comes out, but it's onto the Oracle himself. They now move over, perhaps, to Medusa. PA blinks in. BKB popped. Dire. They're actually dying. Aaron, TP away. It will not work, though. Down goes Aaron. They move to KU. It's automatic. KU will go down. They move to Kobe. The Mars and Mars will drop as well. They want Keita, the lone survivor. He'll drop. It's a full 5-man wipe. And head bonk. Somehow, some way. They are firmly in control once again. They weighed out the Aegis. And the patience has paid off.
And like winning this fight is such good momentum for them as well. Like this game gets really hard for Dire all of a sudden. They're grouping up a lot, and so they don't really have the items to deal with Radiant right now. The Dusa definitely needs the BKB still, I think. but before she does any damage to the PA, she's gonna need an MKB as well.
That's, 6,000 gold away, and he might not have time to farm 6,000 gold worth of items. Because Radiant are at your high grounds. They are here. They are present. Perhaps it won't be a full set of racks right now, but it's certainly a T3 tower and some damage. And they want the melees. They're picking it out, saying, you know what? We will pressure. We are going to force Dire to respond, and Dire are not responding in time. Melee's down. Radiant scattered. But a job well accomplished.
And it was also really nice for Radiant that they took the fight so close to the Dire base. If they took that fight on the Radiant side of the map, then they probably wouldn't have gotten an entire melee racks. But because they took that fight inside the Dire jungle, it was just so close. It was just natural. The wave was pushing as well. This was really nice. Radiant pretty much has to mess up for Dire to win. I think they have to like take a fight poorly or like something like that, get picked off somewhere.
I guess if Radiant just sit around and do nothing for long enough, but they're not going to. This is a very aggressive team. They don't want to sit around. They're just going to find a DP in the Dire side shot camp. Sure,
Okay.
She kept the Deuce alive by dying there, but it's still just one more kill for Headbonk. And Headbonk, they are on the precipice of doing what 24 hours ago seemed impossible. They might just 2-0 Booba Enthusiasts.
Really seems like it.
Wow. This is genuine shock, and now in come Dire. Right into their track. If Rita comes in, Spear is missed, but Aurora certainly will go down. Question is, can Radiant get an exchange? Roll comes in. The stun will miss for now. Radiant pursue, though, onto the Oracle. Oracle will Ghost Scepter, but the Sharpshooter damage, it's far too much. Down goes Keita. They now want Kobe. The bash from Smiley! And the Mars is dead! Oracle, dead for 30. Mars, dead for 50. And neither have buyback and Radiance. It might just be high ground time again.
Yeah, I'm in this fight. They don't have Stone Gaze on Dusa. They have Exo, but I mean, that's support DP. You're not that scared of Exo. She'll just die to the PA if she goes too far out. Yeah, Radiant doesn't have Aegis, so they will have to actually dive if they want to do any major damage. But I like this decision more. I think they can just farm up, wait for next Aegis. So game's firmly in Radiant's control right now. I like that Smiley picked up the Enchanted Quiver. I think this is like this is better than the Elven Tunic for him. When I saw it drop, I was thinking that I would like to see him hold on to it. He can like one shot the Oracle or the DP now in a dagger crit.
Yeah, versus Elven Tunic, it's kind of redundant, the evasion. Smiley blinks into 5 heroes, he'll BKB and TP. He gets away immediately. Radiant, it's time to run. Dire, I think they see Aurora. He's going to attempt to get away at the Glimmer Cape, but yeah, that appears to be futile. Dire, they put him in the air with the Yule. Sharpshooter will come in, but it still will be a death on AA. Vengeance will not happen, and well, guess who's alive again? It's our friend Roshan for the second time this game in game number 2. But Radiant want to contest. They have bought back the Ancient Apparition. It will be a 5-on-5 fight once again. Decoy comes in, zoning away Dire temporarily, and now the Exo is ending. That is one big tool. Now on cooldown. Roshan still half HP. In comes Smiley with BKB on cooldown for 8 seconds. Fury blinks in. Dire. They fake back though. They go up to smoke, and now once again are going forward. Mars. Actually, both teams now smoke. This is a fight right here, right now. This is a game-deciding fight. Both teams pop smoke. BKB comes in from Fury. Now Fury is the lone man in the arena. Radiant being zoned away. Now KU is in the backlines. Stonegas comes in. Aurora. Tata dropped. Aurora dead, but it's a trade for DP. And now Fury is rolling. He's chaotic, but Aaron with the BKB off. Shrek goes for Oracle. Oracle is silenced. Aaron is dead. And Dire, at long last, Booba Enthusiasts, they are collapsing. Kobe dead. Medusa is trying to fight desperately. It will not work, and Keita, once again, the lone survivor, he will drop. And Smiley, he is in the all chat. He wants them to call the GG. And he might just be right. Aegis, number 2, over to Headbonk. Fan and Knife Shard to the PA as well, and it's time to once again go high ground. Dire, they have got no buybacks left.
It's yeah, Dire doesn't have buybacks again. So yeah, this is just gonna be other buildings, same as last time. I feel like they shouldn't just go hard throw the same way they did last game, but it did end up working, and I didn't think it was gonna work that game as well. So who knows?
Maybe it's just 2 racks rather in the megas, but 2 racks is a commanding lead, and well, I mean they have the DP and the Mars alive, but no Dusa for 12. Melee racks will go down, range will fall as well, and well, Dire Base is now severely unwell. Their buildings have atrophied and crumbled. They have 1 racks remaining, and Radiant have plenty of time with the Aegis. They've got 4 minutes left. They can go any pace they want at this point.
PA finished a full Abyssal. So PA had 4k gold going into that fight, so I was a little bit concerned with so much dead net worth. Did not matter even a little bit though. And now it looks like she farmed so much money so quickly. It finishes Abyssal, has 3k gold on top of it.
Smiley, this could be an interesting play. He's invis. The crit immediately destroys Malefic. Oh my! Nearly 1-shot. The Kata comes out, but that is a very dead Malefic.
Enchanted Quiver, crits. Just a lot of base damage as well. I don't get the job done.
Oh, this is it's just setting in now. I mean, I'm sure this is the single biggest upset in LAN's playoff history in at least a season. There's been nothing this playoffs even
in history.
I mean, maybe not history, but
it lads history in this series.
might be. Actually, might be. It's been at least a season, if not 2 seasons, since we saw
I'm making
upset
fun of
this
you.
crazy. I know you are, but I'm just I am completely in the moment right now. This is unbelievable. Like, if you had to put odds on the chance for Headbonk to win going into the series, you would have put it as very low. I think I put it at 10%. Well, lo and behold, the 10% appears to be happening. Smiley has 2 minutes 20 seconds on Aegis. He is hitting tier 3 tower bot lane. It is the last racks for Booba Enthusiasts. The blinking by Smiley, the Abyssal on Aaron! Aaron, the false promise, it's there in time, but in comes Shrek, in comes Ice Blast, in comes Fury, they're diving to the fountain, and this time it will work. Aaron goes down, he'll buy back Radiant. They have lost their BKBs, but the crit damage is just too much. Keita buys back, Malefic cannot, Kobe has died back, Dusa will BKB, she's trying to fight, but what can she possibly do? Fan Knives is there in the back class, Aaron is low, Bushwhack hits on the Oracle, and Oracle will die as well. Now, Dusa, the lone survivor, is trying to fight. She'll bring down Fury, but in comes Smiley. It's a 1v3, and the crit from Smiley brings down Medusa. Ultra kill for Smiley. The Abyssal Blade, give this man the rampage. The dagger, the right click, the rampage. Smiley has done it. The rampage is there, and Headbonk moving on to the winners bracket finals.
I really well played, as you said it before. It's quite the upset. I'm sorry I can't be as hype as you, Badger. That's really surprising. Dire was like memeing in the interview about saying that they were gonna go 0-2 after they won, but
My mouth is genuinely just wide open from amazement that this happens. Wow. Well, now what? I mean, Booba Enthusiasts, they have not dropped a single series all season. Flawless regular season. Here we go. And I can't believe I'm saying it. What adjustments do Booba Enthusiasts make? That felt dominant.
I think they were not playing as well as they normally do. They were a bit too grouped when they had their leads. I don't think they're really making the most out of the map, but I feel like these are things that they're good at generally. So I think maybe they just take a look at the replays. I think they'll be back to a similar strength that we've seen them at.
By the way, I'm looking for an interview. Do you have anybody you want to interview? I'm guessing Fury.
Yeah. Probably Fury.
I'd message Fury. Alright, I've been told that Dave and Smiley want to do it. This is going to be an absolute disaster, but why
Who's
not?
Dave?
That's Aurora.
Okay.
The big Dave, one might say. So what could possibly go wrong? What could possibly... Actually, I know exactly what can go wrong, but let's do it anyways. Let's see. I need to add Smiley on Discord. Let's go add friends, send friend request. Go to Aurora. Do I have him on? Do have him? Okay, so I'm gonna add him to our chat right now. Okay, let's see here. Is Aurora going to join the voice chat quickly or slowly? The answer is slowly. Aurora, by the way, tell Smiley to accept my friend request on Discord so I can add him to this DM.
Well, I will let him know.
Yes. He's left. Well then. I guess it gives time to prep my...
Alright, I'm back. He said he was accepting your invite. He had a lot of women to accept, so he had to go through his friends list, but he should be finding you soon.
Alright then. Well, Aurora. Mr. Victorious Captain Aurora. Big Dave.
What's up, King?
You've done it.
We did.
You've slain the Hydra.
The beast has been slain. I feel like the whole hour and a half before the series, I was just listening to hype music. I was prepping my team. We prepped really hard for this match. We watched a lot of their games and we went through the draft, so we kind of knew what to expect. But I've never beaten this team in an official or a scrim. I've lost them maybe 10 times, so it feels good to finally get a win, and especially when it matters. So it's definitely a feel good.
It's one of those things. I mean, you guys have been around for a very, very long time. We are now being joined by Smiley. Congratulations, by the way. You guys have been in these playoffs, season in, season out. A lot of top 8s, handful of top 4s, number of good finishes. But this is, I believe, a new high for you guys. This is a guaranteed top 3 finish. You are in the winners bracket finals. How are you guys feeling right now?
Smiley, I'll let you take the microphone on this one.
I mean, it's nothing short of what we expected, if I'm going to be honest. We came into this game. We're gonna see these boys again. They're gonna be coming out the lower bracket. We already know how it is. There's a bunch of bums in the lower bracket. I mean, we're gonna see these guys again, and we're just gonna handle the rest of the upper bracket. So you'll probably see this match again. This wasn't too surprising for us, as you would say.
You guys have gone a long way from losing to my team 0-2.
Yeah. Since we lost to your team, we've pretty much just got it out the mud. We've been honing our craft. We've had a lot of different things happen. You guys thought Zeri's team with 4 7Ks last season was powerful. You haven't seen the team with 1 8K, aka Shrek the God Gamer Knight. You haven't seen Dota until you've witnessed that. I didn't hear a lot of Shrek hate from the other team game, that's for sure. If I'm doing a little bit of research here, I'm a man of my research. If I control FKU, there's a lot of Shrek hate in the Discord, and he wasn't keeping that same energy tonight for some reason. I don't know why.
Holy spicy.
Oh no, though. That's just me.
One might say dangerously based in this case, but you know what? You earned it. You won. You won it. You've done it. And this is a situation now where, I mean, are you guys now the tournament favorites? You took down the tournament favorites. Are you now the new favorites?
No, I don't like to be.
I want everyone to keep the same energy they had at the beginning. That's all I'm saying.
I mean,
we're rolling below the radar. We're not gonna do anything. We're not gonna win. Let's keep the same energy.
I don't think we'll ever be favorites just because everyone hates Smiley. So, I mean, people probably preying on our downfall now, if anything, which is. It is what it is, but this was probably the most fun I've had playing Dota this series in the past few months, so it definitely feels good to have a team that's super coordinated and everything seemed to be clicking together.
I mean, we definitely put a little bit more effort into this series than last series. I mean, I just got off a flight probably hours before the last series. We played against the old Hobbs team and whatever bums they had assembled, but we put a little bit more effort into this. We played a couple games, nothing crazy. I mean, Shrek's he's playing 10 games a day, so he's always prepared. But yeah, we put a little bit more effort into this one than our last series, I'd say. Last series we had to make it interesting to, losing the first game, keep the crowd on the edge of their seats. You know how it is.
Logical, you got any questions for our triumphators?
I mean, you said that you're gonna see these guys in grand finals. Is there anyone else that you want to play against?
See.
You
really
can go
look at
first,
the-
Smiley.
Well,
I personally want to play the Notorious team. So if they beat Bulljacks or something, I'd like to play them. We played them in scrims, and they were very good games. I wanted to, yeah, it was either probably the Notorious team or probably Polar Ass. So hopefully they can make their run through the lower brackets. We could play them. It's always good to play Neff or Z, my good friend. So I'm looking forward to hopefully playing them or anyone. But I don't really care who we play. I enjoy playing my team, and
I don't care
it's,
either. I'm just excited to play this team again in the grand finals. Hopefully, if they fulfill their end of the bargain.
I mean, we'll probably. I mean, I realistically think they'll probably make the grand finals.
Yeah.
I mean, it wouldn't be too shocking, but it is always that long road in losers. I mean, they have 3 more series to win if they want to make it back to grand finals. Of course, they could make the journey quicker if you guys lose in the winners finals, and you could be in losers finals. But still,
Yeah.
it's a lot easier to be you guys. You guys have to only win 3 series in the grand final versus losers. You have to win 6 series, so it's a lot easier to be in winners. It's a lot comfier. To be in winners.
Hopefully the streak continues, but you never know. But I'm looking forward to playing more Dota, and yeah.
Usually we like playing in the losers bracket, but this season we decided upon ourselves that we were just gonna try to actually play in the winners bracket for once, see how it felt. It feels pretty good. I'm not looking forward to the 3-month hiatus between games, but what can you do?
We're keeping it on schedule this season, Smiley. It's only be like 3 weeks. Don't
That sounds like opium, but
listen. You'll see.
All right. I'll definitely hold you to it.
Yeah, we have a specific schedule working on. Don't worry. But Logical. Do you have any final questions for the winners here, or we moving on after the interview?
No.
All right.
Thank you for casting our game. I appreciate it.
Next, come on for an interview. I'm going to send you two off. Aurora. We'll start with Aurora. Do you have any final words, call outs, shouts to say to the people?
Shout out to Koryak, Big C, my rock, my king. This series was for you, bro.
Bless up. And then Smiley, same
Bless
question.
up.
Any final words, call outs, shout outs to say to the people of League of Lads?
I just want to shout out all the Shrek haters, doubting him. You're keeping him motivated. He'll probably be 8.5K by the time we play our next series. So, just keep up the hate, keep that same energy.
Based. I'm going to remove you two now. Thanks for coming on, though.
All right, thanks for the cast,
right,
my
thank
friends.
you.
And I've removed them from the call. Logical. As always, thank you for coming on. Thank you for joining me for a 2-0 upset
Always a pleasure.
of Headbonk beating Booba Enthusiast. Do you have any final words, call outs, shouts to say to the people of League of Lads?
The series is pretty good. Wait, Badger, do you know the next series that we're going to be casting? That might be good to
So we're doing.
inform the
I know we're
viewers.
doing Monday for sure. We're doing Monday 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Canoe and the Canoes taking on Metaverse Esports
Yes,
in the
yes.
losers bracket round 2. And if you're available, we can do Sunday as well. Picture taking on Polar Ass at 5:30 p.m. EST. Not sure if you're available for that. We'll talk about that one after the stream goes down. But
Yes.
other than that, though, any other words to say?
I mean, these games are pretty good. I'm looking forward to those games. Should be good.
Well, then, I mean, it should be a very fun time. And then, obviously, follow at Logical Dota 2 on Twitter.
Of course.
Very cool stuff there. But my name is Badger. If you enjoyed my casting, want to cast your games, cast your tournaments, I want you to hire me and Logical to cast your professional tournaments. Contact me on Discord, Badger5713, or on Twitter. It is Badger Dota 2. We are available for your tournaments at ESL, at BTS, at ePolls. Please hire us. It will be the best decision you've ever made. I guarantee it. But for now, we'll see you tomorrow. Not tomorrow. We'll see you on Sunday and Monday for some more Lands action. For now, though, thank you for watching. And as always, have a great night.